What's up, you guys? Today we got this video with Charlie Kirk where socialist hippie gets slapped with facts. I like seeing people get slapped with facts. I think that's entertaining. I think that's the fun. So let's check it out. If you end up liking the video, feel free to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And let's get into it.
Nice and close? Okay.
And, ma'am, I want to hear from you again in a sec. Okay? Yeah. Yes.
Hi. How are you? So earlier, I heard you call Washington a den of thieves, which I fully agree with, keep in mind. I'm going to preface that immediately. Don't agree with Democrats. However, I want to know from you, and I want to get your opinion on, why is Donald Trump any different from all the other thieves that are in Washington right now, looting and pillaging the earnings of the working class?
It's a good question. First of all, he cut your taxes. Number two, he made it easier for you to own a home. Number three, we had no new wars, which I'm sure you care about. So this is important. He actually starved the beast of the military-industrial complex.
Starved it? Really?
Yeah. Did Russia invade Ukraine?
Yeah, they did.
Under Trump?
No, but they were probably going to do it anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
They've had a very big blood and soil thing going on in Russian politics
hold
for a
on.
while
No, this is important. Let's talk about this logically.
It was kind of coming.
So under Bush, Russia takes Georgia. Under Obama, Russia takes Crimea. Under Biden, Russia takes the Donbass. Why is it that they didn't do anything for 4 years under Trump? I thought he was a Russian agent.
Well, I don't agree that he's a Russian agent.
No, for sure. I'm just being sarcastic, saying, why is it for 4 years Russia stopped all of their incursions when under Bush, Obama, and Biden, it was a all-you-can-eat buffet in the Russian hemisphere?
Probably something relating to Russian politics. I'm not sure.
Okay, no, but this is the point, is that the answer is that Trump was a peace president, unlike the den of thieves that are currently running this country.
I don't know if I would call a peace president someone who drops a Moab to kill terrorists in, where was it? It was ISIS, I believe, right? He just dropped a Moab on that mother. Which is pretty cool. Keep in mind.
No, I mean, I do want to ask a question. What is a terrorist?
A terrorist is someone who, well, commits terrorist acts, bombings, shootings.
Sure.
Let's see, what else?
So should those people be...
Well, if they're threatening the life of their fellow countrymen, then probably, yeah.
Okay, so we have no moral difference on that.
No, but I think it's interesting that you call him a peace president when he does that. You excuse this military action and call him a peace president, even though... I mean, I'm not saying that the target was not justified, keep in mind.
Fair enough. No, but again, he did not start a new conventional ground war where every president in the last 40 years, including Reagan, has. That's very noteworthy. And so you asked the question, what makes Trump different? I'll tell you one thing, which I think is important. If Trump was like all the rest of them, they would not have impeached him twice, indicted him 4 times, and he would not have to survive the assassination attempts that he has. There's something different about Trump because he threatens to expose and uproot the entire cabal and the cartel that has been making everybody in this audience poorer and them richer.
It's the same cabal that allowed him to be...
It's how strong they are against him that makes it so obvious.
Become a billionaire?
Well, him becoming a billionaire was building great hotels and buildings, not
off of a loan from his father.
Right, yeah, okay. And it's also, I mean, this is interesting. People criticize the loan. If I gave you $1 million, could you turn it into $5 billion?
That's what I've been saying from the beginning, bro. Okay, yeah, he got a loan for $1 million. Not everybody has access to that. But do you really think this dude, do you really think you, or you watching this, do you really think you could turn that into $1 billion? Unlikely. I don't think that I could. I'd like to see if I could try. That'd be great. But do I don't know.
Probably not.
So it's pretty talented for Trump to turn $1 million into $5 billion, yeah?
Well, when you come from a dynasty of businessmen, it's kind of expected you pick it up.
Okay, easy. Okay, I'm not going to even get into that. Easy to minimize the success of entrepreneurs when people have built nothing in their life. So, what would convince you that he is? What would if you say I'm now convinced that he's for me? What would that be?
Well, Well, if I wanted him to be for me, I would probably want him to make college free. I think it's ridiculous that we have to pay for a higher education in the first place.
So wait, hold on. Guys, it's really...
You asked me.
No. I'm not making fun. I'm trying to calm down the crowd, actually. I'm trying to... So by free, you mean that somebody else pays for your college?
Pretty much, yes.
Okay, got it. So let's just play this out. I didn't go to college.
Okay.
You're in college. Why should I have to pay more in taxes so you go to college? Make the argument.
Civic duty. I would say that being able to fund the education, the higher education rather, of more people, especially in a modern economy, which is so digitized, things like computers are becoming
What are you
incredibly
studying?
important. I'm currently studying psychology.
Got it. No, it's incredibly interesting because basically what you're saying is those of you that work harder and produce more, you must fork over by force to those that do not work as hard. Yeah?
Would you rather they just keep all their money? CEOs, billionaires, they just don't pay taxes
Well,
at all?
I think a reduction of taxes. We already pay the majority. You know, I'm part of the 1%. We already pay a majority of the taxes in this country, vast majority of the taxes. And so, what would I prefer? I'd prefer that more people keep your own hard-earned money, and the government shrinks dramatically in its size, because that increases liberty and freedom. Let me tell you what's going to happen, though. It's easy to pick on people like me. One day I'm paying 50%. Soon it will be 60%. Then it'll be 70%, and then they'll come for you, because eventually I'm going to run out of money. And you can laugh and chuckle, but eventually they're going to come for the working class and the middle class. They already are.
They've already come for the working class.
Yeah,
that
but you
has
know
not
why?
changed.
Yeah, because the reservoir is getting dry. Is that eventually?
Right. Yes, the
No,
reservoir is getting
it's
dry.
easy to
and
roll.
and they don't just want to, fund more of their doomed
No,
programs.
it's easy to roll your eyes, and it's easy to criticize rich people, of which I'm very blessed, and that's fine. But have you ever gotten a job from a poor person?
Sorry, a job from a poor person. They don't usually create jobs. They
Yeah,
work
bingo.
them.
Rich people create jobs with the money that isn't taxed by the government.
Doesn't have to be a rich person. Could be the government.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait.
It could be the government. They can make work programs.
Yeah, the
things like
government
that.
only creates jobs with the wealth that they extract from the citizenry. The government does not create wealth. The government extracts it, by definition.
Yes.
So therefore, what I'm saying is that if everyone here wants jobs, it's easy to pick on people like me. It's easy to say, you got to pay more, you got to do more. What is hard is actually to have a mature argument rooted in liberty saying you can earn a vast majority of what you can keep a vast majority of what you earn, and that we're going to increase freedom and liberty so that you can actually one day be in the 1%.
Yeah, but when you talk about small governments, like what programs will have to be sacrificed? Will it have to be food stamps, Medicare, Medicaid?
Well, how about one we
child
can
tax
agree
credits?
with, sending money to Ukraine?
Sending money to Ukraine?
We should
Yeah,
stop
I don't-
sending. $200 billion should not be sent to Ukraine.
Yeah, I don't really agree with imperialist wars.
I like that he went straight for something that they can agree on. I really like
I
that.
agree. So there we agree with something.
Of course.
Yeah, there's tons of duplication, waste, fraud, and abuse. We have trillions of dollars unnecessary spending.
think it's
You're
good
coming
to
after
find
this in a
common
really good
ground.
perspective and a good faith argument, and I respect that. My closing argument this will be this, which is that a small amount of entrepreneurs make the world a better place. It is so tempting to be filled with envy, as we call in the Christian tradition, covetousness, which is the 10th commandment. I'm not saying you're a Christian. I'm just saying in the Christian tradition, we believe it, to say, you shouldn't have that. I'm going to take that from you. What is hard but actually makes society better is to restrain yourself and say, when you see a big house, don't say, I don't think anybody should live like this. Instead say, I want everybody to live like this. And that is a totally different perspective.
But didn't Jesus also say, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's?
No, for sure. I'm not saying I'm not going to pay taxes. That's a different argument, right? So he was talking about pay your taxes if the government issues you a tax bill, of which I do. I also have the right, given by the country and also biblical principles, to protest that and to speak against it, because then you become a subject to the state. So, last question:
Right, but he's not going to break the law in the meantime.
do you trust the government?
Absolutely not.
We agree. So then, if you don't trust the government, shouldn't we stop sending so much money to the government?
Well, I prefer if we just had a completely different political framework in the first place.
Fair enough, but I think we can agree that.
Oh, come on!
Okay.
I like
Be
my
nice.
hair.
Be nice. Be nice. Be nice. We're trying
I
to
think
be
it's rather
respectful.
nice. I use a lot.
We ain't gotta go on a personal attacks, bro. He's actually being. I think. Okay, he was a little bit smug in the beginning, but he's been pretty.
The product
I
is
like
thing
it. It's
now. Thank you. At least someone
All
agrees.
right, but here's what I'll say. You've come after this in good faith. We agree. You don't trust the government. You want a different political framework.
Mm-hmm.
My perspective is, therefore, if you don't trust the government, let's stop sending it so much of our hard-earned money. Thank you so much. I got to get the next question.
This is the problem, right? Is that, like he said, like, what? Okay, he's almost not living in alignment with the things that he's saying, the values that he's saying. He actually agrees with Charlie on a lot of stuff. They have a different desired outcome, I guess. But this is what I'm talking about. Most people don't, if you've ever watched my stuff, most people don't live in alignment with their values. They don't even really know what their value systems are. Now, if you do want to figure out what your value systems are, what your values are, what's important to you, and you want to start living in alignment with those so that you can live a better life, hit my link below. And if you like the video, feel free to subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one.